Hey there, Razorback fans. I'm Cindy Lemmerhurt, and I couldn't be more excited to bring you this exclusive behind-the-scenes look at an incredible athlete from the Arkansas Gymnastics. Get ready to meet Leah Smith. Her incredible talent and dedication shine both on and off the mat. But before we dive into her stories, let's take a moment to give a shout out to our sponsor, the Everett Auto Group. They're the driving force behind Buick's See Her Greatness campaign, celebrating the achievements and empowerment of female athletes. With locations in Benton, Bryan, and Rogers, the Everett Auto Group is all about supporting women in sports, and we are so thankful to have them on board. Now, let's get down to business. I'll be your host for today's interviews, bringing you all the insight from Leah. As a former gym back myself, I know firsthand the dedication and hard work it takes to compete at the collegiate level, so I can't wait to hear what amazing stories Leah has to share. It's time to hear her stories and discover what makes Leah a true champion on and off the mat. So without further ado, hello, welcome.
Hi.
Could you tell us a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, and how you got into gymnastics?
So I'm from Houston, Texas. I did a couple sports growing up. I did swimming and soccer with my sister and gymnastics, and we got to a point where my parents were like, you gotta pick one.
Doing
and
too much stuff.
yeah, like soccer was out of the question real quick because it was too hot outside, so quit that really quickly. But then I just ended up picking gymnastics because it was the most fun. It was different every day, and
Yeah, so you have a very interesting journey to Arkansas. So can you talk a little bit about why you chose Arkansas and kind of the path that you took to get here?
Yeah, my recruiting process was a little bit all over the place.
Different.
Yeah, I actually didn't commit till like a month before I was supposed to come on campus. And so I moved gyms senior year, and I was training with Laurent and Cecile. And it was just a big coaching change for me, and in like such a positive way, and that's something I wanted to find in college.
Yeah.
And from the minute I talked to Jordan and Chris, I was like, yep, that's it.
Yep.
Those are like the people that I need to be helping me through college and like be the best coaches possible for me. And yeah, the coaches really sold it for me when I came.
Yeah. Can you share a pivotal moment in your club career where you really realized, I want to do college gymnastics, I'm pretty good, and I could take this a step further than what I'm doing right now?
I feel like there was multiple in JO, because there was a part where I wanted to do college gymnastics, and then there was a part where I knew I could be competitive and do well in college gymnastics.
Yeah.
So, in high school, I always wanted to go to college, so
Yeah.
that was just me figuring out where I want to go and how I'm going to contribute and everything. And it was hard because a lot of people, this was before the rule change, so a lot of people have committed everywhere.
Yeah.
And it seemed like spots were running out, so that was kind of stressful. But then senior year, when I was with Laurent and Cecile, I feel like something clicked, and it kind of gave me the confidence to know that I could do really well in college. So
what do you want the little girls now, young Razorback fans, to remember about you as they're aspiring to be you one day?
I think it's just to have fun, because I think I've grown over the years in college to just have a blast competing, and that's something that's changed this year for me.
Yeah.
I don't really get as nervous. I just think it's fun to go out there and compete and show everybody what you've been doing. And I know when I was younger, seeing Gabby Douglas do so well on the big stage, and she's someone that looked like me.
Yeah.
I think that was big, and I think just showing other little girls who look like me that you can do great things in college, and also speak up on certain things, even though it might seem a little bit scary, but
Yeah. So you guys, actually, you've had several different occasions where social media, you kind of gone viral. You and I had a viral moment this year about your vault, complaining that your vault score wasn't high enough. But you've also had some positive recently with you guys posting the video of y'all cheering on LSU at the national championship. So social media can be used for good in our sport. Mm-hmm. But how else do you think social media can be used to bring some positivity to female sports?
I think it just shows how great women are in sports, because sometimes I think people don't give it enough credit, but we're just as good as anybody else, and I think when people actually see that, it brings a lot of positive energy to sports.
Yeah, and gymnastics is a sport that I feel like I've talked about this with a couple of the girls. Like, growing up, everyone's like, it's not a sport. Like, you're just dancing around. And it's like, okay, you try to train for 40 hours and then report back to me.
It's funny because it's like each sport requires different like levels of like talent and like how much you have to like work into it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, like if you talk about baseball, like that's like hand-eye coordination. I couldn't do that. Like, I know
don't throw something 100 miles per hour.
Literally, like it's just like completely different things that like we're doing. Like we're walking on a 4-inch piece of wood. Yeah. And, like they're like hitting a bat. Like not a bat, a ball.
Yeah, they're hitting a ball. Not a bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I saw this weekend a comment that's going viral from a guy that commented on the Nationals like review or something on ESPN, and they're like, this is a miss. Like, you guys are highlighting the wrong sport. No one cares. And, like, everyone was going after him. So it's nice that social media can be used to kind of join everyone together. So Arkansas Gymnastics, you've kind of been a part of it since it's really been on a big stage. But I was a part of it when we were still pretty good, but we weren't getting the media that is just developed over the years. But there's still programs out there that aren't necessarily getting the spotlight that SEC schools are getting. So what advice would you have for girls that might be on those teams that are kind of discouraged by their lack of visibility?
I would just say, like, keep working because, like, it's nothing that they're doing wrong. Like, those teams are doing great things, and I think just to keep pushing and working hard because, like, it's going to come, you know?
Yeah. All that matters is what you're doing. You can't control anything else.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can you share, and I might be able to guess, but can you share a standout moment from your athletic career where you're just like, I'm going to remember this day for the rest of my life?
Probably qualifying to nationals. That was just great, and especially it was like the first time under like Jordan. And our team has worked so hard even from like our first team meeting in August. Like we've gone through so many things, and I think it like just paid off, and like we knew that we were like meant to be there, and it was just so exciting because that's been our goal. Like, I mean, since I got here, I know it's been goals before, but like it's always been like nationals, like as like our like goal, you know. But we actually like broke it down and like took steps to get there, not just being like 1 to 0, or 0 to 100.
0 to 100, real quick. That moment, I feel like I'm gonna remember you guys qualifying because it was so emotional. But watching a program that like I invest so much into it, and then you guys are gonna feel that way when you graduate, like it's the coolest moment. So just being a part of that was really special for me too. So I'm gonna remember that.
And it was at home.
Yeah, so that helps too. Being at home is always way better. Do you have any sort of routine, superstition, or anything that you have to do on a meet day?
Yeah. So this is embarrassing. I have to like post a TikTok.
That's fine.
Like a transition TikTok because one time it didn't upload and I messed up. I've been doing this since JO, so.
Oh, it's fine.
And also another thing since JO, I wear these like colorful shorts and.
Like pajama shorts?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like a top, like a California t-shirt, and I get ready in that every time before meet. And I wear the same pajamas to bed.
That's fine. I did the same thing, so you're not embarrassing.
Yeah, they're like pantaloons. They're like green pants. It's like a pink top. What else? I mean, I say the same thing before I go on every event. I like try to like say it out loud too, like the coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the colorful shorts and the TikTok.
The biggest thing. What, if you want to share, what do you say to yourself in those moments where you're like very stressed out, or maybe the girl before you had a mistake and you don't want to put too much added pressure on yourself? What do you kind of tell yourself?
I think just to like go and do like my normal, because I've learned when I try too hard, I mess up. So if just like take a deep breath and like say like my key words and stuff, and just to say like do normal, that's what serves me the best. Yeah.
That's exactly what I had to tell myself too, because if I went too hard, I would definitely mess up or put too much pressure on myself.
Yeah.
So you've talked about it a little bit. You mentioned Gabby. So who was your first female athlete you remember watching or looking up to? But also talk about a little bit what it's like training with the GOAT.
Okay. I remember like the 2012 Olympics.
Yeah.
Ironic, Jordan was on it.
Yep.
But like the pink gym, everything, I was like sitting watching TV and I was like, I want to go there.
Yep.
Granted,
the colorful gym. Yep.
That didn't happen, and you know that's all right.
Everything
but
happens for a reason.
but I think like that whole like Olympic team, that was like the first time I really was like wow, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Especially Gabby Douglas, you know. And with Simone senior year, it was great. Like, she's just a positive person, and she's very encouraging, and it was great to just have, honestly, like a lot of people that look like me, like around me, because like in gym, I was normally like one of two like black girls, and like my whole gym, and it was great to just see like all these like different people, like Amari, Zoe, Karis, like all these people in like the elite groups and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was great. I mean, watching her do really great things in the gym, I was like, and
sure.
she's so like nonchalant.
Yeah. How do you not be inspired by that though? Like watching someone just like, it's so easy. I would literally probably get so distracted. It's fine. So last question. How would you address any haters that the sport or your team might have and try to kind of put a spin on it and bring more positivity to the sport of gymnastics?
Well, I mean, people can say whatever they want to say. I mean, like, that's still a thing I'm, like, learning. Like, not what everyone says, like, matters. So if someone's being negative, like, it's not going to serve us or me. So I think just trying to, like, put that, like, in the back of your head and then just continue to, like, post positive things and, you know, post whatever you want. Like, do whatever you want and, like, don't let people saying certain things, like, hold you back from, like, talking about certain things, you know?
Yeah, don't be scared to be a human,
at
the end of the day.
Yeah, if someone wants to talk about it in a bad way, like, that's their opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but
it doesn't mean
it doesn't really matter, like, to me, so.
Yeah. Hey, that's the best way to look at it.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you. This is awesome.
Thank you.
This is a wrap for today's episode. I want to extend a massive thank you to the phenomenal Leah who joined us today. Your stories are the heart and soul of our podcast, and your greatness truly shines through in every word. I also want to express my gratitude to the Everett Auto Group for continuing to promote the See Her Greatness campaign. With locations in Benton, Bryant, and Rogers, they're not just in the business of selling cars, they're champions of celebrating female excellence in sports. To my listeners, I can't thank you enough for tuning in and being a part of this empowering journey. Remember, you can catch up on all of our episodes and stay connected with the latest from Everett's See Her Greatness campaign by following us on social media. Until next time, keep believing in your greatness, keep striving for your dreams, and keep celebrating the incredible achievement of women in sports. This is Sydney Lemmerhurt signing off.